So as we've mentioned before, they only made 2 Halloween episodes, Halloween and Pygmalion, but what other episodes could or should have been set at Halloween?
Executioning. For us exterminators, that's the major league. The show. Ow!
Hey folks, welcome to Squirrel Tactics. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and check out our Patreon and our sister channel. Anywho, let's get into this. Okay, 2 whole Halloween episodes. They actually have just as many Valentine's Day episodes as Halloween with I Remember Mono.
Hey, I didn't know Peggy's brother was in town. No!
And I'm with Cupid.
Who wants to fall in love?
But why so few? Well, if you look at the premiere dates for episodes, not very many were released right before Halloween. In fact, 7 out of 13 seasons didn't have any episodes premiere in the month of October. 1 season only had 1 October episode, and 4 seasons only had 2. The most was from season 4, and it was 3 episodes, none of which were Halloween episodes. Now, some titles might make you think that they could be for Halloween, like Little Horrors of Shop, which actually did premiere on Halloween in 1999.
But Carl, Shop is the foundation of all learning. And I tell you what, a youngster with a tool in both hands has no hands left to do drugs.
They'll just put the tools down if they want to do the drugs bad enough.
Or the Texas Skill Saw Massacre.
Mr. Hill, Mr. Gribble alleges that you intentionally severed his finger.
Your Honor, it was an accident. We're wasting valuable legal resources here.
Objection, conjecture. Objecture.
That's not a word.
And yet another you could think would be the Peggy Horror Picture Show. But as far as with the content of the episodes, the obvious pick for why wasn't that a Halloween episode is The Witches of East Arland, where Bobby gets into magic with a CK thanks to Ward Rackley.
Sounds like you really know what you're talking about.
Yeah, sounds like. As a 14th level sorcerer, I'd be a joke if I didn't.
And he ends up joining the Coven of Artemis and nearly drinking dog blood.
Soon and for all time, you will be known throughout the land as Robert the Dog Coiffer.
The feel of the episode, the subject matter, everything about it screams Halloween episode.
Beings of the South, we command you to rise and lend us your power. Interloper.
And it may have not been a Halloween episode because it was made in season 7, and season 7 started on November 3rd, though the episode in question was the season finale that was released in May. Also, Pygmalion ended up being released during season 7, so that season already had a Halloween episode, even though Pygmalion premiered in January. Another more obvious choice could be It Came From the Garage, also known as the episode where we find out that Hank is afraid of bats.
Dad, the door won't open!
I mean, come on, it feels like a spooky episode, especially when we see Hank being chained outside a bat bridge and having to face his fear.
Welcome to Bat Bridge, home to 20,000 of Arland's thirstiest neck nobblers.
I'm sorry, did you say 1,000?
We've been through a lot together, Hank. Somehow I always knew it would come to this.
With fear being a large part of the episode. Plus, there's a regatta boat shaped like an enormous bat.
That's a boat?
Not just a boat. Shisha! Behold, the Dracula 5000, the Transylvania Express.
Granted, it could be argued that the regatta wouldn't take place in late October, but it's late October in Texas right now and it's almost 90 degrees outside, so yeah. Then we have Pretty Pretty Dresses, which is probably the darkest episode of the series, where we see Bill finally snap and have a full-on mental breakdown, resulting in him pretending to be his ex-wife Lenore. The darkness of the episode, in addition to the use of Lenore, which is an obvious nod to Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven, makes it a possible contender to take place around Halloween, but it's a Christmas episode, and let's be honest, Bill gets depressed around Christmas. The Hill family Christmas party is an important part towards the end, but it could be replaced with a Halloween party, though this one is probably best left to the Yuletide season. And to keep it going with the creepy Christmas episodes, I mean, to be fair, Christmas was more for scary stories than Halloween was for quite some time. We have Miss Wakefield, where during the holiday season, a woman named Miss Wakefield, and voiced by Marion Ross, probably best known as the mom from Happy Days, arrived at the Hill home claiming to have grown up there.
Your sister died in my room?
Well, actually, she just had a massive heart attack in here. Somehow she managed to crawl down the hallway to about right over there.
Only then to drop the bomb that she now wants to die there.
There's no place else in the world that I would rather end my days.
End your days?
Yes. I want to die here.
Now, this one gets discussed a lot, and it's not exactly one of my favorite episodes, but when you add in the B-plot of Dale wanting to turn his house into a literal haunted house to make money...
Can I go now?
What, so you can go die over at Hank's house? I could get you a dead little lapdog to keep you company.
We are definitely in possible Halloween territory. They could swap the two holidays, and it honestly wouldn't really change a whole lot about the episode. And speaking of spooky things, Now Who's the Dummy is certainly a contender for a possible Halloween episode. Ventriloquist dummies are creepy, and Chip Block is no exception, especially with Dale.
Hello, Mr. Gribble. Nice to see you. Nice to see you again.
Plus, we get to see one of those weird off-color flashbacks to Dale's childhood birthday party. And eventually Dale does destroy old Chip because he just can't deal with his fear.
You'll never put that creep back together. I mixed him in with 2 chairs and a toboggan.
You're next. I'm kicking your ass through that thing.
You wouldn't hit an unconscious man.
The episode is about Hank and Bobby finding common ground, this time it's sports, and Hank accepting Bobby for who he is, eventually making a Bobby dummy that we never see again. And if creepy is what you're looking for, how about fun with Jane and Jane, where Luann joins a cult?
You think you are hungry, but you're not. Your body lies to you, just like your parents. But you can trust us. We will tell you when you're hungry. We will tell you when you're tired.
Who apparently brainwashed women into working as slaves at their ranch where they make jams and jellies.
The ranch is quiet and secluded so you can concentrate on making our famous jams and jellies. They're so delicious, especially when smeared on a piping hot English muffin.
And let's not forget the subplot where Hank gets delegated the task of killing Buck's emus, which is easier said than done.
I can't do it. Yes, I can. No, I can't. It's too damn majestic. Wait, I found the strength. Who am I kidding? Hey, is that one laughing at me? No, he's still being majestic. Or is he?
By the way, if you want proof that wiping out emus is harder than you'd think, you could check out our video on the Emu War. Yep, the Emu War, where Australia lost a war against emus. I'll set the link down in the description. Anywho, the emus ended up escaping and getting their revenge on Buck.
What?
And all this combined, yeah, that makes a pretty good fit for a Halloween episode. But my personal pick for the most deserved Halloween episode is Death in Texas, where Peggy falls for a scam where an inmate pretends to be a former student.
And as I raise my hand for possibly my final question, I hope that Miss Peggy Hill would call on me one more time.
Only to use her as a drug mule to smuggle cocaine into the prison using boggle timers.
You've been smuggling me cocaine. That's a federal offense. And you know what? You're gonna bring me more of it.
Is this some kind of a...
How stupid can you be? I never had you as a teacher. I grew up in Arkansas. I'm almost 40, for cripe's sakes.
The B plot involves Dale becoming an employee of the prison in order to get on the waiting list to be an executioner.
Ha ha ha! I read your manual, and as an official employee of the prison system, I now qualify to be the executioner. Where's old Sparky?
Old Sparky's been put out to pasture. We use lethal injection.
Okay, then where's old Squirty? Dead is dead, I don't care how we get there.
And of course his name was erased off the list as soon as he left the room.
Wingo! I'm gonna kill a killer. I'm gonna kill a killer.
Had it been a Halloween episode, more could have been done with Dale preparing for his role as executioner.
Excuse me, do you know if these gloves are good for killing a man?
I mean, just think of what wannabe executioner Dale could do with Halloween stuff. I just want to point out that he's humming the theme song to Sanford and Son, which was the show he was watching when his house was attacked in Halloween, so nice callback there. The episode has an actual murderer in it, Wesley Martin Archer, who was voiced by Toby Huss, so you know what's coming.
Archie, the strongest man in the world!
And fun fact, he actually also appears in the background of Glenn Peggy Glenn Ross, and to me at least, this should have been a Halloween episode. So these are the episodes that I felt would make the best Halloween episodes, but what do you folks think? Let us know down in the comments. So yeah, thanks for watching, we'll see you next time.
Oh, it's so awful. Hank, I've been smuggling cocaine into West.
Smuggling cocaine? That's got to be illegal, Peggy.
Well, I thought it was boggle sand. And now he's making all kinds of demands.